Gannon Rosenfeld is a sophomore. He's 6-5 right now. Harley Andrews, a sophomore, 22nd ranked wrestler in the country, is 9-9 of the season right now. Trying to get it back going here now. He's had a tough stretch against some really good ones when it comes to Gable Stevenson and Greg Kirkvliet, number 1 and number 2 in the country. Harley Andrews has had his hands full.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a big story as we head toward the Big Tens and the NCAAs. Gable Stevenson, back after WWE. There's Harley in there. He says, this isn't Gable Stevenson. This isn't Greg Kirkvliet. I'm getting after it. And nice job by Rosenfeld right there, coming around, trying to cut the corner. Good activity to start the match out. But Gable Stevenson and Kirkvliet, number 1 and 2, and
2, 3.
We're headed towards a collision here sometime in the near future between those two. Harley got to feel Gable Stevenson a few weeks ago and lost 19-4. But, who doesn't? He wrestled an Olympic gold medalist.
What a shock that put through the wrestling community in the fall when he announced he was coming back. A perfect 7-0, moved himself all the way up to number 1 of the country.
Well, I think maybe when he was 0-0, he moved right to number 1 in the country. Gable Stevenson certainly has not been able to be touched since his freshman year.
Wisconsin thought it was going to be Braxton Amos at this heavyweight spot, but at the Olympic trials tore up his shoulder, taking a medical redshirt year, and will still be back competing. And that's the thing for Coach Bono and this Wisconsin group. They're going to have everyone back. They're going to get those guys back from injury. They don't lose anybody on this year's roster.
Yeah, I think in this day, the Wild Wild West, I think the one thing you know for sure is that you know for sure you don't know for sure who's coming back. I mean, it's, you just don't know what next year is going to bring. Not just the fact that, hey, they're going to be back from injury,
right,
but with the NIL and the transfer portal, it is the wild, wild west, and it's going to be an interesting next couple of years as that all shakes out in all sports.
Right, you're not just recruiting the high school ranks, you're recruiting your team each and every year.
Oh, you're recruiting your team. Retention is as big as, or even more important than your recruits.
Okay, make sure we get a pause.
There's going to be caps, a cap of 30, and a lot of these programs have 36, 35 wrestlers. So, whoever you have coming in, you've got to make room for transfer portal. You've got to make room for some recruits out of high school. So that means there's a group of 6 to 10 that you're going to have to say there's no room in the inn. And you don't want to do that, but that's the way it's going to be. So it's going to shake out to a lot of programs. They're going to have opportunities to get some wrestlers if they want the opportunity to compete.
But the reversal there for Rosenfeld. He's brought it back out to a 2-point match after Andrews gets out.
Yeah, Rosenfeld, a good-looking heavyweight, right? Both of these guys, good-looking athletes.
Green, Wisconsin, your choice. Green defers, red.
Big show is going to be coming up next. So much to talk about in the Big Ten Conference.
Right.
Talking about number 1 versus number 2. Penn State rolls to a victory over second-ranked Iowa. Here today, Nebraska will be victorious over Wisconsin. So much Big Ten wrestling coming your way on tomorrow on the Big Ten Network. Got wrestling coming your way on Sunday, too. Andrews looking to roll through.
And he could get caught. And right now, it depends on how tight that Andrews has that leg of Rosenfeld. It looked pretty dangerous there for a minute, and he does. He's inside. He's going to be able to come around. Hook the leg and getting the reversal. And if he can keep that leg, get into the Turk position, he'll have Rosenfeld in a world of hurt. Andrews got him stretched out there on the bottom. Working, pushing those hands out. But Rosenfeld doing a nice job of getting back up. And Andrews got that knockdown thing going and gets the leg in. Turkin again, trying to bring some height to it. Maybe bow and arrow, come across. And Rosenfeld, nice job of stopping it.
You know, these heavyweight matches, you got so much weight on you on top.
Right.
What's the key for a guy like Rosenfeld to get up and get out?
Well, you got to get up and get out. I mean, and the key is to get your knees underneath, your hips underneath you, and you got to just keep crawling forward, keep moving forward. But when you're on top like this, and you see him knocking that elbow down, and then you'll see his knee coming in and pinching Rosenfeld. And when you knock and you get that near rest, now it's really hard to see Andrew's shoulder there, putting a lot of pressure into the shoulder of Rosenfeld. I don't care if you weigh the same, you know, 230 pounds is 230 pounds.
So we go to the final period of tonight's duel, third period of the heavyweight match. Rosenfeld elects for both wrestlers to start on their feet. Coach Manning coaching all the way to the final whistle.
Yeah, he wants activity. He wants him to move. He wants to get, you know, I think one thing that Coach Manning is going to do, and it's the end of January. Gosh, February 1st tomorrow. But you got to start being in tip-top shape. You don't want to be there quite yet. Well, you know, I would guess that he would say we're not there quite yet. Just, you know, I think they've had some good victories. But I think the Huskers here can find each one of them can be continuing getting in better shape, these next couple of weeks. Really important.
Nebraska's going to have some big ones against a couple of ranked opponents. Second-ranked Iowa, 23rd-ranked Indiana on the docket over the course of the next couple.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing Angel Escobedo's team tomorrow on the Big Ten Network against Northwestern. Having a good year, solid team. They're getting better all the time, and you're going to see a lot of fight by them in every match they have.
Purdue cracked the top 30 teams in the country as well. Going to be featured on the network.
Indiana had a great win over Purdue, their in-state rival. Nice win over Michigan State. Like I said, Indiana in a position where they have just gotten better since the Midlands, where they really excelled. Nice shot, but Andrew able to cover the head, flatten Rosenfeld out, and try to break the grip and come around.
Rosenfeld's got the ankle.
Yeah, but he's lost. I think that Andrews is beating the shoulder here, and if he can hook and come up on top of the hips, he's going to get the call for 3.
Trying to break that ankle. He does. And it gets the takedown. Now a major decision as it sits right now with the riding time. Bonus points coming for Andrews, who's done it already in 6 of his 9 wins this season. And he'll get a 7th bonus point victory. Harley Andrews caps it off for Nebraska, the heavyweight, with another bonus point victory. Nebraska, after drop of the first 2,